Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Everybody. Welcome to Swayam Prabha. The course title is Principles of Marketing. The lecture title is Introduction to Marketing. This is Module 1, Lecture 2. I am Dr. Shoma Singupta, Associate Professor Commerce, Kamla Nehru College, University of Delhi. In this lecture, we will cover the following topics: nature of marketing, importance of marketing, scope of marketing, and functions of marketing. Nature of marketing. The first point which we are going to discuss is marketing is customer oriented. We have seen the definition of the term marketing, thereby we have studied that it is all about satisfying the needs of the customer. The whole of the marketing activity, it starts with identification of the needs of the customer, and accordingly we design the total marketing mix, deciding about the product, price, promotion and distribution so as to satisfy the customers. So the customer is the focus of all the marketing activities, and it is important to identify the customer's needs and how to satisfy his needs, because here we want a long-term relationship with the customers. This is not a one-time phenomena. So all our activities, right from the stage of finding out the needs of the customer, that is the marketing research that we do, till the time that even the products are sold out, and after that the after sales services are also carried on. Every aspect of marketing is customer oriented. The second point or second feature is it is an integrated process. So marketing doesn't work in isolation. It is that the whole of the organization that acts towards the satisfaction of the customer. Beside that, every aspect of marketing is interrelated, interdependent, and that's why they have to be integrated together so as to satisfy the needs of the customer. There are interaction between the very different marketing activities like product planning, pricing, promotion, physical distribution, packaging. So all these aspects should be blended together, and that is called the marketing mix for a particular type of product. So depending upon the type of the target market and the type of the product you are offering, you will decide about the price, you will decide about the promotion, physical distribution, packaging. So everything should be blended together. Otherwise it will not match with the needs and requirements of the targeted audience. Now there is a requirement of coordination of several interrelated activities. So marketing is the pivotal point. It integrates all the activities together, and the aim is to satisfy the needs of the customer. The next feature is that marketing creates mutually beneficial exchanges. It means that it benefits both the buyer and the seller. It satisfies the wants of the customers, and by generating the revenue for the seller. So in one hand, it satisfies the wants of the customers or the buyers. On the other hand, it generates more and more revenue and market share for the seller. Now in that way it is beneficial for both the parties. The next is, it is marketing is part of the total environment. Now you know that the businesses, they operate in a framework or an environment, and likewise the marketing also operates in an environment which comprises of the economic, social, political, legal and international forces, and all these forces have an impact on the marketing of the product. So if there are changes in the environment, that will definitely have an impact on the marketing activities. So in that way we can say that marketing is a dynamic process, because it takes care of whatever is happening in the external environment. Say for example, one may be the changes that are taking place in the economic environment. Say more and more more competition is coming in, say with more number of foreign companies in work operating in India, the competition is stiff. So the marketing will the impetus of marketing will be on creating those products which are better than the others, or they are offering some kind of unique selling proposition, and the cost is the reasonable one, so that it suits the pocket of the people. If say there is a rise in income in an economy, and people are desiring high standard of living and products which are expensive, then the marketers will offer expensive product to the market, so that it matches with their status. Like with liberalization, the economic conditions in India are such that the standard of living has improved and newer products are coming in India, and because of that you will see that people are going for the big cars, expensive cars. So now you find that Audi and BMW and Mercedes Benz are available in the market. So this is that marketer, they identify the economic forces operating. You know that the loans are given easily, the interest rates are low, and so people are willing to shell out more money or take loan to buy these expensive products. Likewise, social changes, in changes in the tastes and preferences of the people, that will again have an impact, and the marketing people will come out with such type of marketing mix. Similar is the case of political, legal, and in fact international forces. So it is a dynamic process. It is the related to this point is the another point, that is interaction with external environment. So we are not operating in a watertight compartment. We are continuously we are influencing the environment and getting influenced by the environment. So marketing takes care of the changes in the needs and desires of the customer and influences the environment and is influenced by the environment. Why we say that? Because marketer comes out with new products which they release in the market according to the needs of the customers, of course, and then that becomes a fashion rage. People demand that product, there is a change in their consumption pattern, so it is influencing the society. Plus the societal changes, the requirements, that changes, and that will have an impact on your marketing tactics, and accordingly you will change the marketing tactics also, the marketing mix also. So both the things are both the things are happening. That is the marketing is influencing the environment as well as getting influenced by the environment. Another feature of marketing is that it is goal oriented. Now it means that it seeks to achieve satisfaction for the consumers or customers. That is the main aim of any marketing activity, that is to achieve the satisfaction of customers. So all activities, especially the marketing mix, is directed towards satisfaction of customers. So this is a goal oriented activity. It also generates a revenue and helps in capturing the market share. So when you can satisfy the needs of the customers, of course your revenues will be higher, there will be repeat purchases, and you will gain loyalty of people and market share. So next point is that it is wider than the term market, because it includes all potential buyers and sellers of a product or service, all institutions, all types of activities. So market is just wherever there is buyer and seller, but marketing is broader in the sense that it has activities, institutions, all directed towards balancing the needs of the buyers as well as sellers. Then the next one is that it is a creative activity. Marketing needs lots of creativity. Because and also when you are coming out with a new product, new strategy, you are using your power to understand people. You are using brainstorming, finding out the solution to problems. So in that process you are creating new things, you are creating utility also. So time utility, place utility, possession utilities are created by marketing. So overall marketing can be considered as a creative process. Another feature of marketing is that it is pervasive. because it is marketing is required to be done in all types of organization, every type of organization, whether it is a profit making organization or non-profit making organization, even a school, a social organization, they have to indulge in marketing so that they can create more and more clients, more and more followers. Even religious groups, they are into marketing, propagating their ideas. Social marketing is also happening. Even a campaign has to be sold to the people. They should understand why a campaign is necessary, and there should be more acceptance of those ideas. And so for that also marketing is required. So marketing is required to be done for goods, services, ideas, in every type of organization: government organization, profit making organization, non-profit making organization, religious groups or social organization. Even a pop star or a religious guru need to market his ideas, market his concerts. So marketing is required for business and social organization, for a person, and for the government. Then next is, it is multidisciplinary in approach. So multidisciplinary because it is a behavioral science marketing, of course. So there are ideas which are drawn, theory which is drawn from management, economics, psychology, sociology, anthropology. So from different aspects we can see the problem, you can understand the culture of the people, why they behave in certain manner, and accordingly you whatever you are offering to the market, that should blend with the norms and value system of the people. And from where you will know the culture, value system, norms, it is through the study of sociology, anthropology, psychology, and economics, plus the management, that you come out with solutions for the customers. Then finally the point is that it is an art as well as a science. So there is a scientific knowledge involved, organized body of knowledge is there, with theories drawn from different disciplines. So marketing also have certain principles. The name of this course is Principles of Marketing. Of course there is a solid theory with principles and functions of marketing, but it all depends upon how you apply that theory. So art is involved, art is personalized, it requires practice, and it involves application of the knowledge. So because of that we can call marketing as art as well as a science. So marketing is an art as well as a science. The next topic is objectives of marketing. The first objective is, of course, consumer satisfaction. So this is the most important objective of marketing. So the whole of the marketing work starts much before designing of the product. It starts with identification of consumers' need. So first of all, you identify the gaps in the market, the needs of the consumer, then the gaps in the market, and accordingly you design the goods and services. So goods and services are created and exchanged according to the needs of the consumer. And once you have derived the product, and then you have to create the whole of the marketing mix according to the needs and preferences of the target market. And finally, once you have sold out the product also, the marketing task doesn't get ended, and you have to provide after sales services also, because you want repeat purchase, you want customer loyalty, you want to maintain a long term relationship with the consumer. So that will be possible only if the consumer is satisfied. So that is the first objective of marketing. Next is organizational integration. Now you know that marketing, we have discussed that marketing integrates all the activities of the organization and focuses on the customer's needs. In fact, all the P's of the marketing is also blended together to satisfy the customers, and we say integrated marketing has to be used, and that will create mutually beneficial relationship between the buyer and the seller. Then the next point is profitability. Nothing can work, the organizations cannot survive if they are not profitable. So for that you need business, revenues, market share, and how that can be generated? That can be generated through marketing, when they will be able to earn profit by customer satisfaction. So earning of profit is not only by sales volume. Sales volume is a short term phenomena, because it might be possible that now people are buying, but next year they might not buy until and unless they are satisfied with the product. So that term is used for selling, but here we will say earning profit by customer satisfaction. And also you have to ensure that you are serving the customers better than the competitors. So you have to be always one up in satisfaction of customers in terms of vis-a-vis what the competitors are doing. In terms of whole of your marketing package, you should be always better than the competitors to win the loyalty of the customers and the market share. Beside that the profitability all is important for any organization, survival of the organization, but also marketing aims at social service. So their motive is also to serve the society, improving the standard of living by providing better quality products at reasonable prices, so that people from the lowest strata of society can also buy those products, or those people earlier who were not able to afford that product, now they are buying that product. Take the example of automobiles. In earlier times people used to have only one cycle, and later on we found that some families have scooters, and slowly when Maruti was introduced in the market, it became a people's car, and people moved from scooters to a car or four-wheeler. And finally now you are seeing that more and more number of companies are offering better automobiles to the public at reasonable cost, or credit or loans are being given by the banks. And because of that, most of the households, they have one or two cars in urban areas, although slowly the suburban areas are also picking up, the rural areas are also picking up. So it is in a way improving the standard of living. Take example of refrigerators, televisions, now they are there in every household. Then generating employment is another social service. When we market the products, more and more people are involved in production of the product, in selling those product, in distribution, in after sale service, customer service. So many people get employment. And beside that, these are direct employment, but there are indirect employment also. Certain other products which are dependent on this product, the market and the employment in that product is also improves, increases. In a way, in the economy, more and more people will get job if marketing is done properly of each and every company. So more and more companies are there, and then more and more products are being sold and generating more and more employment. Then economic growth, so it starts the whole circle of economic growth, right from more earnings, savings, consumption, and more growth. So economy will be in boom if products are marketed well, and people are getting employment, they get more money, they buy more products, higher level of standard of living will be there. So these are all indicators of economic growth. Also, it carry out for carrying out a social change, marketing is important. I told you that marketing also helps in selling ideas or thoughts, like donate blood, say no to plastic bags, or have an environment friendly attitude. So for all these social changes, you require a kind of a social marketing, whereby we use these marketing mix piece for promoting a particular idea. So generating acceptance of that idea among people. You can see the success story of polio vaccination, how every child is being vaccinated for polio in India, and it is very successful campaign. Do Bhoond Zindagi Ke being promoted by the brand ambassador, being the greatest showman of India, and that is Amitabh Bachchan. So that in that manner, and it is blending all the piece together, whether it is the product or the idea, the promotion is good, then the distribution, in the sense that volunteers are there, all the hospitals, schools, near residential area, they are providing these services free of cost to people, reducing the psychological price also. So that's why the acceptability is very high. So that is carry out a social change, social campaign for that also marketing is used. Providing environment friendly products, so that is again a social goal of marketing, to provide products which are environment friendly. Nowadays packaging to production to packaging to consumption, everything is done in such a way that the products are environment friendly. Even if you dispose of the package, that is environment friendly. So this is again another social service or social objective which is fulfilled by marketing. Next heading is importance of marketing. Now, first importance is that marketing is the foundation of any business, because it is the focal point of all business activity, production and consumption. The main aim of marketing is what, or business is what? It is revenue generation, productivity, profitability, and this is fulfilled by marketing. Because what happens in marketing, we try to create a customer base, capture the market share, more and more revenue we want to generate, and that we do by satisfaction of customers. So it is the foundation of business. Also, the success of an organization depends on efficient marketing. Next is satisfaction of customers needs. If you do the marketing activity properly, generate a marketing mix which is suitable for the target market, then you will be able to satisfy the customers needs. So it satisfies the human needs, determines the patterns of consumption. Not only it influences that consumption, but it is influenced by the way people are consuming, facilitates transfer of ownership of goods from the producer to the final customer, and in that process it creates different type of utility. That is time utility, the product is available throughout the year. The place utility, wherever it is produced, it is made available to every nook and corner of the country. Possession utility, it is the transfer of ownership takes place from one person to another because of marketing, from producer to consumer because of marketing. So it's ultimately it satisfies the consumer's needs. Another importance is that it is a source of revenue. In all other functions of organization, you will find that they are cost generating functions. Whether it is take example of production or finance, there we are involved in activities in which requires money. But this is one department, or marketing is one area whereby it generates revenue. The first thing is marketing generates revenue, so it brings in money. That provides funds to other departments. When you are able to sell the products, then only you can provide money to other departments. It reduces the cost and ensures optimum utilization of resources. So in the whole process, the productivity will be higher, the revenue will be higher. So that is the importance of marketing, that is source of revenue. The next importance is it improves or provides a higher standard of living. This we have discussed in objectives also. So marketing provides new and better products, provides knowledge, improves the quality of life, makes goods available at the lower prices. So people from more and more lower strata can also get the privilege of those products, buying those products, utilize those products, and their standard of living will of course improve. The another thing is it provides gainful employment. This also we have discussed, that not only it generates or creates job for a large number of people directly, but also indirectly it creates jobs. As I told you, in a one particular type of industry, when marketing takes place, then people are involved in more and more people involved in production and distribution, and suppliers are also getting their share, and plus transporters are getting their share. More and more people in transportation, more and more people in promotion, advertising will be there, plus other industry which is dependent on this industry, that will also flourish, and that will further generate more employment. People are employed in ancillary services. That's what I was telling that ancillary services like transportation, warehousing, banking, insurance, advertising, selling and distribution. So people employed over there also will also get employment. So there is a more scope of employment there also. Marketing increases the scale of production and accelerates other sectors, all resulting in increased job opportunities. So directly, indirectly, it will generate more and more employment. Next importance is that it helps in development of a nation. So it helps in economic growth that we have discussed. It increases the national income, increase in consumption, production and investment will be there, resource mobilization will be there, fuller utilization of production capacity will be there, and it integrates the different sectors. So overall growth will be possible of the whole, not only this sector but other sectors which are dependent on them. It contributes to the development of entrepreneurial and managerial talent. Then next is reduction in cost. It reduces the per unit cost of production, and with the increase in the volume of sales and production, the per unit cost will go on reducing. You are well aware of economies of large scale production. So up to a certain level, with this capacity you can have reduce per unit cost, and later on you can add other machinery, other units to overall reduce your cost of production. So it reduces the cost of distribution also. When your market will expand and you will send more and more, distribute more and more products, the per unit cost will go on reducing. All this will result in saving for the company and lesser prices for the consumer. So the consumer will experience improved real income, because with so much money they can buy, that much money they can buy more number of units or better quality products. So that advantage will go to the consumer, that is better quality at lesser price. Another importance of marketing is increase in national income. So productive use of country's latent resources will be possible through marketing. It will result in generation of income and wealth, and also increase in export, foreign exchange earning. In fact, more and more people will be employed, so GDP will be higher and the national income will be higher. It also develops entrepreneurial talent, or entrepreneurial development will be possible. More innovation will take place, development of new products, new markets, new uses of the product will be possible. And also there will be creative mind, who will find out new substitutes, new products, entirely new. Let's take the example of the information technology. Even children, they are coming out with innovative apps which are being used. So if they are marketed properly, then it will create more and more revenue, and entrepreneurial talent will be developed. Development of managerial and entrepreneurial talent will be possible. Then next is social welfare is possible because of marketing. Elimination of all kind of social evils and awareness campaigns through social marketing, which we have discussed, that can take place, like say no to tobacco, drinking, drugs, AIDS awareness, blood donation, organ donation. The list is endless. So all these social active marketing, through social marketing, all these social issues can be tackled. There can be consensus can be developed. Acceptance of those social ideas will be possible through marketing. Next is marketing is the basis of decision making. So this is another importance, that it helps in decision making. It provides information and knowledge to all the other departments, especially the production department will get to know what changes the customers desire, what kind of product they desire, and accordingly they will produce the product. So knowing the needs of the consumer, this information is in fact collected by the marketing people only, and it is passed on to other departments. Then finally it fills the gaps between production and consumption. Different types of gaps are there, because nowadays mass scale production takes place and the consumers are spread whole over the world. So marketing bridges those gaps, like gap of space, distance between producer and consumer. That distance is filled up through transportation, grading, packaging, and hence all these creates the place utility. Time, that is, there is a gap between production and consumption. This is filled up through warehousing, insurance, and hence it creates time utility. Then the problem of knowledge. So the people are unaware about different types of products and different type of solutions. So marketing helps by providing information through advertising and personal selling, and hence creating knowledge utility. Then comes the ownership problem. So it creates exchange utility by facilitating payments and transfer of ownership. And finally, the problem of value, the gap of value. That means what the people think, what they are spending and how much they are getting. So marketing bridges the gap between the cost of production and the customer's ability to pay through pricing and terms of sale. So this is the value addition or value utility which is created by marketing. So marketing nowadays has become very important for any of the organization which is involved in selling goods, services and ideas. Scope of marketing is the next heading. Now the scope is very wide and it is applicable, marketing is applicable in all types of organization. So first point is we have discussed it in nature also. It is a pervasive activity and it applies to all types of organization, whether it is business or non-business. Non-business, it is called meta marketing. Organizations like educational, medical, government, non-government, social, religious and cultural organization. So it applies on all. Then wide variety of activities are involved in marketing, because marketing involves selling or marketing of goods, services, events, persons, places, properties, organizations, governments, ideas, experiences and even information. So it is a wide variety of products that can be marketed marketed in an economy. Then comes micro marketing and macro marketing. Micro marketing means individual marketers of goods and services. So when we are talking about individual marketers, we call it micro marketing. When we talk about the whole nation or whole country, so then it becomes a macro marketing, and macro marketing means marketing activities within the context of a country's economic system. Now, there are many functions involved in marketing activity and that can be considered as scope of marketing. In fact, the marketing makes all of the P's, they also fall under the scope of marketing. Besides that, we can say any type of contractual thing that is a part of marketing, like involves searching out for buyers and sellers, finding out their needs, selecting distribution channel and appropriate promotion media. All these are contractual services that can be considered as marketing. Merchandising, when you are selling some goods and services, that is merchandising. So involves coordination of selling with production, fitting of goods to market requirements in terms of purpose, size, appearance, form, quantity, time of purchase. All this is like you are selling a goods, goods selling, marketing of goods. So all these activities considered as merchandising. Merchandising is also part of marketing. Then the pricing, that is selecting the price as per the purchasing power of the target market, discounts and allowances to be given. So all this is again marketing. Then propaganda, that is all promotion of the product, method used to inform and persuade the buyers to buy the product, including advertising, personal selling, sales promotion and publicity. These are also part of marketing. Then physical distribution, that is transportation, storage and insurance of goods, and termination, where the buyer and seller arrive at an agreement and involves negotiation, taking decisions on terms of sale, delivery date, mode of payments, credit arrangements and even the after sales service. All these falls under the scope of marketing. So we have seen that the scope of marketing is very wide in terms of the types of products it caters to and the types of activities which are involved in marketing. Coming to the last part of this lecture, and that is functions of marketing. The first function is function of research. So marketing involves a lot of research while finding out the needs of the consumer or gaps in the market. And the research is also when you are selling the product, you can find out whether they are liking it or not. You can conduct a research after the sale process also about knowing about how much market share you have gained, how much loyalty you have gained. So research is very much a part of marketing, function of marketing. Marketing research is done to understand the buyer's needs and wants, providing timely and accurate information to the marketing manager, also provides information to solve problems and recommend actions. Product design and development, for that purpose also marketing research is done. Plan and design products according to the specifications of the customers. So that is another area of marketing. Then comes functions of exchange. There whatever which helps in making the exchange possible, that is transfer of possession of the product from the seller to the buyer. So buying and assembling is one thing. That means initially the organization is involved in lots of buying and assembling. The organization purchases different types of raw material and semi-finished products from different suppliers, different manufacturers, and then try to assemble them. So so procurement of raw materials, semi-finished and finished goods is one action. Marketing department gives information regarding the requirements to different organizations. Assembling is collection of goods already purchased and assembled. So in many industry like radio or transistor or television or electronic products, they're assembling, even mobile phones, computers. Assembling is one activity whereby the parts are bought from several suppliers and they are assembled together at one place. Now this can happen in one organization, or this can happen in different organizations also. Then another is selling. Selling is ownership is transferred from the seller to the buyer. It may be a negotiated sale or auction sale. So two types of sale is possible. Generally it is negotiated sale, that is negotiated between the buyer and the seller, or supplier and the producer. And finally it can be an auction sale also in certain cases where the goods are transferred on the basis of auction sale. Next is the function of physical treatment. In this we have standardization, grading and branding. That is, standardization involves setting up of specification of the product. Grading involves segregating the products, categorizing them on the basis of quality. Branding involves giving a name or symbol to represent the product and conveying that the goods conform to the certain standards. So this is standardization, grading and branding. The more standardized the product is, it will be easier to mass scale distribution of the product, mass production and mass marketing of the product will be easier if it is standardized, graded and branded. Then comes packaging. Now packaging protects the goods from damage during transport, storage, handling, during the transportation process, and it also increases the longevity of the product, establishes a brand image. Labeling involves giving information about the product, the specifications about the product, the quantity, quality, expiry date, composition. All these things are mandatorily mentioned on the labels. So packaging helps in not only transportation and storage, but also, since it gives a kind of an identity to the product with its unique packaging. So an image is created in the minds of the customer. Moreover, it helps in self-service also. Nowadays in departmental store, self-service is there, so people go there, they pick up the product, and if the packaging is attractive and utility oriented, then they pick it up more easily, conveniently and prominently. Then comes the storage of the product. Goods are produced in anticipation of demand and hence has to be stored in warehouses to protect them from damage. Transportation is another area. Since customers are scattered all over the country or even internationally also they are there, this helps in transferring goods from place of production to the place of consumption. Next function of marketing is function which facilitate exchange. So in this, all the different ways of informing the customer and selling the product to the customer, that all the P's, everything will be can be covered under this facilitating exchange function. So one is personal selling, that is involves maintaining direct and personal contact with the customer. Advertising, when you want to inform the people as well as persuade them to buy the particular product. So it facilitates creation of a non-personal link to disseminate information by an identified sponsor. So it is a it is, although it is a paid form, but it is non-personal link to disseminate information, and it is paid by an identified sponsor. Functions are dissemination of information and persuading the customers. First of all, you want to inform them that such and such products are available, and then persuade them to buy the products. Then comes pricing. Price depends upon the cost, desired profit margin, capability of customers, government policies, and other factors. So pricing we will discuss in detail when we will be taking up this chapter on pricing. Then comes financing. Financing the customer's purchasing is also important. If it is a high value, high involvement product with lots of financial expenditure, so we have to find out whether they would like to buy the product on credit or on EMI. So that kind of financing facilities are given, especially in case of automobiles, because they are expensive. So provision of financing and loans, that has to be seen, that has to be taken up by the seller. Then comes the risk taking function. That is chance of risk due to change in demand and supply, damage, theft. All these problems are there. For that there can be insurance agreements, hedging may be there. So these are certain ways through which you can facilitate the exchange function. So this is the function of marketing. With this we have come to the end of this lecture. Now, to summarize this lecture, we can say the nature of marketing is that it is customer oriented, integrated, involves mutually beneficial exchanges, part of total environment, interacts with the external environment, goal oriented, wider than market, creative, pervasive, multidisciplinary approach, art as well as science. The objectives of marketing includes consumer satisfaction, organizational integration, profitability, and social service. Importance of marketing are: it is the foundation of business, source of revenue, satisfaction of customers' needs, generates higher standard of living, provides gainful employment, development of the nation, reduction in cost, increase in national income, entrepreneurial development, social welfare, basis of decision making, fills the gaps between production and consumption. So wide variety of things are involved in it. The scope of marketing, as we have saying, it applies on wide variety of and type of wide variety of goods, products, and all types of organization for marketing a wide variety of goods, services, events, and persons. Functions of marketing can be classified into 4 categories: functions of research, functions of exchange, functions of physical treatment, and function which facilitate exchange. Thank you very much, students. So this was Introduction to Marketing, Module 1, Lecture 2.